Hello everybody in astronomy, this is Mr. Lang. I'm going to try and do a little video for you about what I expect for your final exam project. And hopefully this clears things up with as much as we've been in and out of school lately with testing, snow days, and me going to a science conference. So hopefully this helps. Alright, so what I'm looking at is you going basically to NASA.com or the NASA webpage and look at current NASA missions. Okay? From there, you will have a list of multiple missions that you can choose from, mission projects, that may have more than one event and lots of data and things of that sort. So I expect you to potentially go out and beyond the one website to find information. Okay? So what I expect in terms of category, I expect a title page on your paper, has the title of the paper, your name, and obviously the hour that you're part of. Paper needs to be on time. Okay, this will be part of the project. Beginning of the final exam period, I want it handed to me, a paper copy, and also an electronic copy emailed to me. All right. The difference: the paper copy will have your typing, and your electronic copy will have your typing and any figures. It's kind of hard to turn in paper with pictures and diagrams and graphs and such that probably aren't going to print very well or be really ugly in black and white. So I will spare you that much, and you can turn in the actual paper and leave the facts and the figures and the pictures and all that stuff online, at which I can look at on my email. You'll be great if the paper is organized. Spelling and grammar, right? The rubric gives specifics. This will be posted on iTunes U for you. This is worth twice as much, hence why the ×2. Depth of mission overview purpose. Do you explain very well what the mission is about, what the whole purpose of the mission is? Why are we doing this? What do we hope to gain from this? If you do that very well, you'll get 3 points for it, ×2, which means 6. Depth of mission details and data. So as they learn new material through these missions and gain data and knowledge, do you talk about that, or do you just tell me what it's about, get some facts down, and move on? Because that's not a good paper. I want to know what we've gained by doing this, and the data, or some of the data, some of the photos, things of that sort that have been very helpful to us. Figures. Okay? At the end of the paper, you need to attach pages of your figures or pictures or whatever the case might be. And they need to be in order. I'll give you an example of this in a few minutes. So as you're writing your paper, if you say see figure 1, then figure 1 better be the first figure attached. Later you go along in your paper, you say see figure 2. The next figure needs to be attached at the end. You might recite back after you say see figure 2, you might say, hey, we'll go back to see figure 1, at which that's okay. You can go back to figure 1. You don't need to double up. All right, I'll give you an example in a few minutes with just some scrap paper I wrote up. And a sources cited page also needs to be attached. I would like this at the end of the paper, before the figures. Okay? And I expect you to cite sources in the reading or in your writing in MLA format. Okay? So do a nice job of that. So now, note. Paper must have a title page, be at least 3 full pages typed, double-spaced, 12-font, Arial, or Times New Roman. I'm not giving you guys any room to cut corners. A sources cited page, and have figures attached at the end of the paper in order to be turned in. So that's your electronic copy, but I need both the handwritten and the electronic. Okay? If those things are missing, I'm not taking your paper, and it will be late. Caution, plagiarism or copying and pasting from the internet will result in a 0, and you will have to pass a final exam test for course credit. Don't be stupid, all right? You guys know better than to just highlight things and copy and paste. I know what scientific writing is like. I know how you guys write, and very, 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 very few students are actually capable of writing like scientists. And so it's very easy to see when materials are plagiarized. Just be cautious and be smart. Put it in your own words and rewrite it. So it takes more time. That's part of learning. Now, in terms of an example, for starters, here's a title page. Okay, that's what I want. Just a blank, here's a sheet of paper. Maybe you have an image or something unique on it. That's fine. Title page, name, class, astronomy, 4th hour, astronomy, 5th hour. Okay? Then you're going to have your writing. Okay, so we've got 3 pages here. Page 1, right? Double space, 12 font, times your own, blah, 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 blah. You've got all your written material down. Your actual paper. Okay? Page 2, there's your next page of writing. Page 3, maybe you finish it in 3 pages, maybe you need 4, whatever the case may be. Let's say you finished it in 3 pages. Then I need your sources cited page. What are the websites you used? Write the link and give a description. If you had to use any type of actual written book or our textbook and things like that, then you need to cite them in MLA format. And here's an example, let's say a figure. Let's say there would be a graph here. You need to make a caption below this. So you'll probably copy and paste that graph onto pages as you're working on your iPad. And then you'll type underneath it, you'll insert like a text box or something, figure 1. And then you will write a description of what it is. Maybe it's an image. Graph showing blah, 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 blah. And then you need to have a little website stating where that's from. If you don't, then I'm assuming you made it. If it's not stated where your images are borrowed or taken from, then you are plagiarizing. Every image must have a website. Now, you can make this website in teeny tiny font. That's fine. That doesn't have to be 12. This can be down as far as 6 or 8 font, just a little itty bitty thing down in the caption. This is the caption of your image. Okay? And being that this is figure 1, this should be the first figure you go to. Now we have figure 2. Maybe this is a picture. Describe the picture, put the website where it's from. Okay, so you can have, I don't know, however many figures or data or whatever the case you might need, but it could be attached. You might even be able to put 2 figures on a page. Have the first one at the top, figure 1, up here at the top with the description. Figure 2, down here at the bottom, with the description and the website. Okay? You can conserve space, but obviously printing those off would be an extreme pain. When it comes time to print them off, I want your title page printed. I want your written pages printed, and your sources cited printed. Okay? Figures do not have to be printed. Okay? Exam day, I want this handed to me. That way I can ink this as I grade it along with your rubric. And when I need to go to a figure, I will use my iPad and look at the figures in your paper on the electronic copy as I grade it. I hope this explains things to you. With my luck, I'm sure I forgot something. But I wanted to get this to you as soon as possible so that way you can put time and effort over the weekend to get yourself started. That way maybe you're done even before or almost done before final exams get here and you can focus on studying for other courses. And as always, if you have questions, comments, or ideas to do something differently and you're unsure of, email me. Thanks and hope this works out.